If you're watching Western media coverage, you might come away with the impression that Iran attacked Israel out of the blue and Israel is responding, when it's the other way around.
Okay, Iran has been directing Hamas attacks on Israel and funding Hamas attacks on Israel for decades. They've been funding and directing Hezbollah attacks on Israel for decades. And of course, we're not going to mention the fact that the Houthis down in Yemen have been firing Iranian missiles at Israel. So yeah, of course. No, Iran definitely hasn't been attacking Israel.
But in the Western media coverage, Israel is the victim always.
Okay, yeah, because in Western media, Israel is always the victim. Great, yeah, okay. Not sure you've been following the news recently, but, go with it.
Iran is a signatory to the Nuclear Non-Proliferation Treaty, the NPT. Israel isn't.
Okay. Iran is in violation of the UN agreements that it has a signatory to. So what he's obviously not going to mention here is the fact that for decades, Iran has said it has the intent to wipe Israel off the map. Something that Israel has never said about Iran or, frankly, any other country. So there might be a reason that Israel doesn't want Iran to have nuclear weapons. Another thing is that Iran is a threat to Europe. So it could be that this double standard kind of thing that's going on here is because they realize that negotiations really haven't gotten them anywhere, and that the attack on Iran that Israel is carrying out right now is getting them further than decades and decades of negotiations.
It's a nuclear double standard that I raised with former Israeli Deputy Foreign Minister Danny Ayalon a few years back on my Al Jazeera English show Head to Head.
How many nuclear weapons does Israel have?
Oh, that's great. That's great. Let's ask a guy who hasn't been in the government for well over a decade for top secret information about Israel's nuclear program. And let's see how that goes.
Because experts say it's anywhere between 80 and 400.
So what?
So
what? Yeah, so what? Has Israel ever threatened?
Do you recognize the
Has Israel ever threatened anyone?
UN Resolution 487. Let me read it to you.
UN Resolution 487. That's a good one. That one was passed after Israel attacked Iraq's budding nuclear program, which everyone was completely outraged that Israel did that at the time. Only decades later did Europe pretty much acknowledge that Israel saved their butts because if Saddam Hussein had gotten a nuclear weapon, that would have been bad news.
Israel violates multiple UN Security Council resolutions when it comes to its own stockpile of nuclear weapons.
He didn't mention multiple Security Council resolutions. There's this one from the 80s.
And yet Western media interviewers never really ask about Israel's nukes. Why?
Okay, just to be clear, they don't ask about Israel's nukes because it's irrelevant.